you didn't even go to. You didn't even know about the 90s. You didn't even know about the stuff that happened at the Job Corps talent shows. Because you're not from the hood, David. You don't know nothing about talking about Huff School. I ain't never heard no school called no Huff School. I heard of Vandenberg, Henry, Madison, Camp Hall, Eastern. Where you get Huff from? Black folk don't hear about no Huff from the hood. I didn't hear about no Huff School. I ain't never went to no Huff School. Please stop messing with my game.
Lady, how you not know about Huff School?
How you not know about Job Corps having talent shows in the 90s? And tell me I was
a grown man in the 90s, woman.
I was a teenager.
Yeah, you was a teenager.
Older than me, David.
Okay, so I was a grown man. When you was 15, I was 21.
You're doing too much. Because you don't know.
I was 21 years old when you was 15. I always want to tell everybody you from the hood. You don't know nothing about no hood.
When
I was going to college, you was in the 6th grade.
It don't matter.
What are you talking about?
You keep telling everybody
Nobody know nothing about no Job Corps. I was a grown man when Job Corps was doing talent shows.
And you like to tell everybody you from the hood? Tell everybody you came from the hood. You were not, David.
I am from the hood.
You were not. How was you from the hood? Because what you did, your mama.
Lisa,
listen. Your mama.
Feet out the way of my feet. Try to dominate.
Listen, your mama brought you to the hood to be babysat, and then they took you back home. To be babysat by your grandmother.
I lived with my grandmother, Lisa.
David, you lived in the Northeast side.
Lisa, I lived with my grandmother every single day until 1st grade.
Quit playing.
I wasn't visiting. I was at Madison Wade Pool. Every day, getting free lunches.
Because your grandmother babysat you, David.
That's not visiting.
That is.
I was living in there. I was at the Wade Pool every day on Prospect.
You didn't even talk
between Highland and Delaware.
No, because I never saw you.
Oh, so I can't talk like.
You don't even act like a hood person.
I can't talk like my mom took me to the library.
She took you to the library, but
all the summers. I can't talk like I read a lot of books growing up.
You keep talking on me because you don't want anybody to know you grew up on the Northeast side. Your mama brought you to the hood.
I went to sleep on the Northeast side.
Yes, your mama brought you to the hood.
In the hood on Prospect, 1042.
You keep on trying to tell everybody that.
Anybody know where the Rhodes live?
They know your grandmother lived.
Anybody knows where Pastor Rhodes live?
You didn't
on Prospect.
You didn't live there.
Is that not the hood? I was there every day
visiting. Your grandmother babysat.
How
then your mama picked you up after work and took you home.
And it was time to go to bed.
And you went to the area where white folk were at.
Okay, how about this? I was raised in the hood, but I lived on the Northeast side.
You was not raised in the hood.
I was raised in the hood.
Stop trying to make it seem like
was I raised by my grandmother?
No.
Oh. Come on, y'all. I was raised by my grandmother.
No, you was not, David.
Oh, my God.
I remember seeing your brother visiting.
He might have been visiting. I can't speak on it. I had my big wheel.
I'm not knocking how you grew up.
1042 had a steep driveway. It was
my best friend lived at 1055.
It probably was 20 feet high from the sidewalk to the top.
My best friend lived right across the street. I've never seen you.
15 feet.
Never seen you.
Because when I was over there at 6 years old, you was like on your mama's breast getting milk. You didn't know me. You was a baby.
You could stop trying to act like you just.
I had a big wheel. I go down the driveway.
Your grandparents probably.
And I turned that mud, and I had the good one. I had the deluxe one where you pull the lever on that back right hookup. You pull the lever and spin out, and I can spin it. I'm going down real fast, and I spin that mud and go on the sidewalk.
You are because you don't know nothing about it. I grew up on Cass and Highland.
I had bologna sandwiches. Bologna sandwich.
Let me tell my story.
With fruit cocktail.
That don't make you from the hood,
and
David.
Milk and juice.
That don't make you from the hood.
Right there at Camp Park.
Where I grew up at?
I was at Camp Park.
Where did I grow up at?
I don't know where you grew up
Cass and Highland.
Down around the corner.
No, I grew up on Cass and Highland.
That's around the corner.
Listen, I grew up on Cass and Highland, and I was not taken to another area to sleep. I slept at Cass and Highland.
Okay.
So I am from the hood. You're not.
Lisa, all that means is you spent a few more hours every day in the hood than I did. That's all that means.
No.
I was there by the time. I was there like at 7 a.m.
Oh, Dave, please stop.
My mom had to be at work.
Please stop.
She probably dropped me off at 7 a.m.
She
maybe
dropped
8.
you off, so you slept
maybe
at night,
8 o'clock.
and then she picked you back up.
Yeah.
Did my mama drop me off, pick me back up anywhere? No. My grandma lived on Highland in Madison. My mama lived on Cass and Highland. What'd I tell you? There was no picking me up.
I was raised in two houses.
I was raised in one. That means y'all had money.
Northeast and Southeast.
Exactly. You had
money. That means my grandmother was my babysitter.
Exactly. And that's where you was staying at.
That's where I lived at, Lisa.
You not live there.
Oh, my gosh.
You stop trying to tell people that.
And then when I didn't go to school, when I wasn't going all the summer, every summer, I was just there.
Yeah,
and sometimes I spent the night many times.
No, you spent a night. But you got up and went back home.
Oh, my gosh.
So please stop trying to tell everybody.
I was raised in the hood.
Well, I'm going to let anybody be the judge. There is nothing hood about you.
Okay,
nothing.
Okay, look.
Yeah, a black...
I
you're
asked
Carlton.
this lady that
You're Carlton. Your family is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. My family is Everybody Hates Chris. That's what my daughter say.
Oh, Lord.
You're
y'all
Carlton.
Hear this?
You're Carlton, where you grew up at,
now, y'all know
in your
I ain't
area.
No Carlton.
And I am Rochelle.
Y'all know I ain't no Carlton.
From Everybody Hates Chris.
I don't know nothing
y'all
about
the
no
Huxtables.
Rochelle.
Y'all the Huxtables, my daughter said. Bill Cosby Huxtables. I'm not knocking y'all. Think it's wonderful that you came from that kind of a life.
Alicia.
But y'all are the Huxtables. And we are Fresh Prince Carlton. And we're...
Oh, Lord.
We're the hood. Good times. My family is Good Times.
Stop it.
And Everybody Hates Chris.
Lisa, you doing way too much.
No, I'm just going to tell you what it is.
Lisa,
I'm going to tell you what it is.
I'm mad.
That's why you married me, because
I grew up in the hood.
You saw something different. You said, oh, she's different than the women I dated.
Oh, Lord. So what you think I dated boozy type girls?
All the time.
No.
All the time.
I was in the hood, so I dated hood chicks.
Please,
I dated hood chicks all the time.
Please stop lying to yourself. And stop telling everybody from the hood. You might have brought your kids up later in your life in the hood because it was easier to get a place there cheaper, but you ain't from the hood.
Lisa.
You're not from the hood.
Oh, let's talk about that since you want to bring that up.
No, you're not from the hood.
I did raise up, let's see.
And then y'all moved to where?
My 5 children on Eastern and Franklin, like 10 years, 731 Franklin.
How long you lived there?
But you know why I did that?
How long you lived there?
I was 10 years. Because I was comfortable being in the hood growing up.
You weren't comfortable being in the hood. You was missing out on being in the hood.
So I was like, because we were out at all that.
You wanted to see what it was like.
We was at Grand Valley. We lived on Grand Valley's campus, the kids and all of them lived on Grand Valley's campus. And then, her job was over with my first wife. Then I was like, okay, let's move somewhere else.
You wanted to see what it's like to be in the hood. You wanted to see what it was like to be in the hood. You didn't grow up that way. You wanted to see what it was like.
I said I wanted my children to have the hood experience also.
Stop it. Why you here laughing? You can stop it.
I am not laughing. I wanted them to have the hood experience also.
The hood experience? You had an experience in the hood. Who has an experience in the hood? That's just everyday life. Ain't no experience.
It's an experience.
It's not. It's everyday life.
Exactly.
But you gotta have to outside, right? One of my kids, he's like a rich white man. One of my kids have the hood experience too. I'm done. I don't even talk about that.
Lord.
I wanted my kids to have the hood experience too. I'm sorry. That's too much. Turn that off. Oh my God, I'm done. I'm done with you.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, Dave.
It's like the cutlery drawer.
For somebody that's black. I want my kids to have the hood experience too. He even said it. He even said it in that way. It didn't even sound black.
I was trying to be funny, Lisa.
Oh, you was not.
I was trying to be funny.
It came out when it's supposed to came out of natural. I would never tell nobody I want my kids to have the hood experience.
Lisa.
My kids had the hood experience.
Lisa.
Barely.
Oh
my God.
Look,
please turn
that
thing
was
off.
real deal living over there. It was crack houses across the street. We had Mama G and Terry across the street. And he was like, and then we had right next door, what's his name? We call him Neighborhood Watch. He always called, I had my dog Tiger there. And he called me Tiger because I golf. He knew I golf. I was going golfing all the time with Granddad, Uncle Cliff.
Going golfing.
Yeah, he called me Tiger. What?
We're going golfing.
Right. What's wrong with that?
Y'all come from a good... You and Jackie both, and I love her. She's such a beautiful person. Y'all both come from good families. Both of y'all try to live in the hood. Y'all both come from the lifestyles y'all came from. Ain't neither one of y'all been raised that kind of way. And living in the hood.
Paul Mayhew, he would come over to our house and we would have block parties.
I don't know how Jackie put up with you.
In the fall, they had the neighborhood block party thing. The city, you could do it in different neighborhoods, and we would block off Franklin from Eastern to Henry.
You was getting that hood experience, wasn't you?
We block off the whole street.
You was getting that
the city would come in,
kids.
And Paul Mayhew would come over to the neighborhood.
And getting that experience.
And we would have food, and we have speakers and microphones. And we have entertainment. You know, and then when they had parades back in the day, the Santa Claus parade used to come up Franklin. We used to do that. We had other schools that would come and had different events coming through there. You know what I'm saying? Like the bands, the marching bands would come through. You and Jackie was experiencing the hood. We was experiencing the hood as a family, and then we enriched the hood at the same time.
Well, I get that part, but neither one of y'all are from the hood, so.
Now, I remember one time the SWAT team was all in our backyard. They about to go raid the house across the street, the crack house across the street. One time, I was working at Cornerstone third shift, and I go to start my car up. I just go, it might have been 10 o'clock. I was warming the car. It was wintertime. And by the time I got ready to go to work, I was working at Cornerstone as a janitor. So I go to school free and get my degree. So anyways, which I did do. Anyway, so I come out and my car gone. Somebody stole my car from the crack house. So the police, the drug house, crack house, whatever you want to call it, trap house, call it trap house. So anyways, the police go, they like, well, did you know the guy? I said, well, I don't know who took it. And so they said, well, did you give him your keys? I'm like, no, I ain't give him my keys. Like I just rented out my car or something. Like, nah, man, what you talking about, bro? I'm reporting my car stolen. So they found it up in Miss Tracy's. Like 10 minutes later, it got the dude. And so they asked if I wanted to press charges. I didn't want to see another black man in jail, come on. So, and I knew the guy because he was across the street at the trap house all the time. So I said no. I see him to this day, sometimes he wanted to pop him upside his head because he be just so. I'd be like, hey, what's up, bro? And then he look at me like, motherfucker, if you don't get away from me, I'd be wanting to slap him upside his face. At least you could be a little humble, nice. Hey, I'm the one, whatever. So then another time, my neighbor, Angie, she had 3 daughters, 2 teenage daughters. They was cute, little pretty daughters. Little, they wore them little tight clothes and skin all out. Then they had a little baby girl. I can't remember her name. Jamila, that just popped in my brain. Anyway, so what happened was she had went to jail for something, and she had asked us, me and Jackie, to watch her kids because they was always all the way. They was already over the house all the time, eating food or doing homework. Angie was doing what she did with work or whatever she was doing, and so. We would take care of the kids, make sure they were straight. So she going to jail, so we keeping an eye on the girls. And they know to check in with us, let us know when they're going and coming and this type of stuff. So they had put up signs all in the hood on the poles. I would walk right down to the gas station on Franklin Eastern because I was like 4 doors down maybe. It was the bait shop, parking lot. And then another house, then my house. So anyways, I see these signs on the pole. Drop till you, party till you, drop till you F, and all this stuff on the flyers. Party till you drop till you F, something. I'm like, what the what?
That was your hood experience.
And it was the address was to the girls' house. So I'm like, what is going on? This was like about to go down the same night. And so anyways, we up in there, we know the party's going down now. The party is happening, right? I mean, it's got to be, I'm not exaggerating, 30, 40 youth all around my backyard, their backyard, in between our houses. The music ain't tremendously loud. It's not like crazy loud. So I'm moving around on, the 2 houses. Not inside, but just, the yards and stuff. They respecting us. Everything's good because the girls have said something probably. So anyways, the police come. I don't know why, but the police come. I mean, they scattered like roaches when lights came on. Brothers and sisters, young brothers and sisters was just running everywhere. I mean, gone. And so the girls was on the sidewalk. It was a 2-tier porch. So you got a sidewalk, you take like 3-4 steps up, you're on a little platform. You take another 3-4 steps up, you on the porch where the door is. So the girls was on the little first platform. So anyways, the cops then got the girls hemmed up on the top porch with handcuffing them. So I'm looking out my window. It's from inside. We watching what's it called? The religious station,
TBN.
We ain't watching TBN. We watching some preaching or something. And, windows, the shades, everything's up so I can see out. And I'm looking at this because, with police lights, you see police lights. Obviously, you're going to be able to see that. I go out there. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm on the sidewalk. I come to the first platform. I said, sir, these are teenage girls. They're under me and my wife's care. We're inside watching such and such preacher right now. Can you let them go? They're under our care. Everything is fine. He's like, no, these are teenage girls. I mean, when I say teenage, I mean like 14, 15. Ain't hit 16 yet for sure. And so I'm like, can you let these go? Back up, back up. Now, he was the only one on the scene. So, you know, later on, my dad said he probably was nervous because I'm calm. You know, he's already escalated because he's been around all these black kids running all around. So now he don't know how I'm coming at him. We in the hood. He a young white boy, probably in his like 25 or something like that. You know what I mean? So he probably was nervous. This is what my dad told me later. So I started backing up slowly. Now he got the second girl in handcuffs. By the time he finished getting her in handcuffs, second girl, I'm on the sidewalk, but I was moving slowly. He kept saying, back up, back up. Now this time you got other cops coming on the scene, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So anyways, he comes and arrests me for impeding and whatever. I don't know what they call it, but getting in the way of their arrest. And I'm just like, yo, brother, sir, officer, can you let these girls go? I'm talking calm, not cussing, I'm not getting, can you let them go? So then my dad comes to get me. You know, he was an MP. He was an MP in the military. He was hot, boy. He was mad in the mud. Like, he got to get up in the middle of the night and come get me. I told him the story. One of the lessons I learned from that point on was, number one, he said, you got to learn how to pick your battles. You know, that battle was already won. They already won that. And you jumped in it, and you got involved in the loss as well. You got to learn how to pick your battles. You had no business messing with them because that officer, he's an MP now. He said, because when you're an officer and somebody comes escalated already, then they're trained to escalate to that level or higher. That's how they're trained. So if they're coming, somebody's coming, then they're trained to match that or go higher.
Match the energy.
And so, yeah, match their energy. So when I'm coming calm and he's already higher, and I'm coming calm and smooth, that throws him off. That throws his training off. So now he's a little nervous because he doesn't know how I'm going to respond. Yeah. He doesn't know what I'm going to do next. He can't predict it because I'm not in the midst of the training. I'm not following the protocol of his training.
Your skin color looked like the match, but your verbal language wasn't that. So
I guess that was, maybe that was the northeast side.
That's that northeast side from growing up and instead of growing up in the hood. Yeah, so you can make this long story as long as you like, but we all know that you are not from the hood.
Well, this is what I got.
You just lived there for a bit, you and Jackie both, and I think it's beautiful because she's a beautiful soul, and I love her with all my heart, but you're not a hood person. You're not. Sorry.
Baby girl.
Just not, David.
Baby girl.
Stop trying
and then
to
when
be.
I met you, where'd I live?
That's because I lived there.
I lived on Camp Paul.
No, that's
Camp Paul Project.
You
the
don't
project.
tell about your business. That's where That's where I live. But that's where I lived when you met me.
That's where I live. I'm not telling my business where I live.
That's where you.
At Camp Paul.
You didn't live at Camp Paul until you met me.
I lived at Camp Paul for 10 years.
Where you lived at before you met me?
10 years.
Where was that before Camp Paul?
Granville.
Exactly. Granville. Your home, that's where you're used to. The lifestyle you're accustomed to. The kind of neighborhood you grew up in. Stop trying to be something more than you are not.
I raised my kids on Franklin Eastern. And then I prayed. I didn't want my kids to go to school there. Because
why?
I had one of my kids.
If you went to school there,
one of my kids, you know, I said, okay, well, this one was going to city high school. This one wasn't going to have no problem. This one needed a little extra attention all the time. He was very smart, very bright, but needed some extra attention. And I didn't want him going to the school there.
I'm sure you didn't.
And so I prayed and prayed and prayed, and the Lord opened up opportunity in Granville.
I mean, I ain't knocking it.
And it was great.
I'm not knocking it, but beautiful. I'm just saying, stop trying to be something that you're not. You're not from the hood. You didn't grow up in the hood.
High school.
You didn't grow up in the hood.
I can't speak for y'all.
You keep changing the subject because you don't want nobody to know that you're not from the hood. They already know. Ask anybody to know.
You got a bed bone? Something bit you? Or that's your bone?
Why you looking at my bone on my foot?
It looked like something. What was that?
Well, ain't no, that's a bone. Don't everybody got bones in their feet?
That bone, I can't see it now.
Because I got my feet stretched out now, right there. think that. Hopefully your feet ain't all crusty. Don't be turning that light all bright all on my feet. They are. Look. Turn the light off. You need some lotion on them ashy boys. Please turn that light off.
That's just the way the light is reflected.
That's
that
ash.
Ain't no ash. That's just the way the light reflected.
That's ash.
That's the way it's stupid. That's like shine.
That's ash.
That's shine.
That's ash.
That's shine. That's the way the light is hitting it.
You need lotion.
That's just the way the light is hitting it, babe.
No, that's ugly. That's ash. Like you did like you ain't putting no lotion on forever.
Oh Lord Jesus.
And we got lotion right here on the dresser.
That's some Jesus feet.
I don't know what that is.
Jesus feet look like that.
How you know what Jesus feet look like?
Cause when they get through walking in the sand, what you think their feet look like? That's Jesus' feet.
I don't know what that is.
That's Jesus' feet.
That's ash, or is it just shining?
That's Jesus' feet, babe.
It looked like it's shiny from my part, but it look like ash